of the round.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, a lot of the players I come up against in the rank that I'm in, you know, eating a EXDP from them is just adds to the download, because I know, oh, okay, usually it's a little bit of a nutty player, and then I can kind of bait out another EXDP.
There you go. Yeah, and a good indicator of that is how early in the round do they EXDP. Something that you just mentioned that's really good is you've tried to exclude EXDP from your gameplay as doing it as much, right?
Right. I just block when I wake up.
Good. That's a very good thing for you to do, because it teaches you discipline on when to EXDP on wake up for you.
Right.
And,
yeah, and
go ahead.
I know in the last video you had, you said nobody throws 7 times in a row.
Yeah.
Certainly in the bronze area, with me just practicing, okay, just block when you wake up. I've eaten like 8 throws in a row.
Then in that case, jump out. Like, if you get the notion that, okay, this motherfucker is just gonna do this, then just jump out, jump forward.
Oh, okay, so there's enough time when you wake up to jump forward?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. There's no meaty grab if you jump forward.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so...
and I know we're running short on time.
No, we're good, we're good.
Okay, I had one other question regarding wake up. On the defensive side,
Okay.
what, how do you choose which type of wake up to use, whether it be quick, back, or the slower normal one? How do you know which one would be more effective?
I usually like going for back rise, even though it puts me closer to the corner. I usually like doing back rise because I feel like it shows me how aggressive my opponent is willing to be. If he's willing to do like a double dash in order to meaty me, but most characters double dash after a knockdown and you back rise is not going to be a true meaty, so you could wake up jab or wake up do something. Another example would be if I back rise, how desperate is he to be aggressive? Does he jump afterwards? Does he walk up and try to continue pursuing me? You know, if I quick rise, then I make it just a little bit easier for him to pressure me. But if I back rise, I get to maybe get out of a little bit of pressure and maybe walk back a little bit, regain some of that stun. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And that's helpful because it adds into learning more layers about your opponent by seeing what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also, if you want to quick rise, there's nothing wrong with quick rise. It's just, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, you could eat more pressure, but it saves you from being closer to the corner. You know, a quick rise and a back rise, like you're technically getting closer to the corner when you back rise. So there's that. But I mean, I don't know. I tend to not quick rise as often. Usually my wake ups will be either back rise or delay wake up, where I just don't quick rise or back rise. That way I could see, does he come up with something on the fly? Because I did like a delay wake up, was he not expecting that? Usually most setups are to cover a quick rise or to cover a back rise, but if it's a delay wake up, then it's like, okay, now you really get to see what your opponent is thinking when you are waking up. It's a very good indicator of like, how does my opponent pressure me if I just did a delay wake up and then he has all the time in the world to pressure me? Does he do one button into one button? Like, what is his frame trap like? Or you might just confuse his thought process and be like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting him to do delay wake up. What do I do now?
Right.
And a good character to do that against is like command grab characters. To delay wake up on command grab characters is really good.
Oh, that's good advice. Yeah, because I certainly struggle with those as well.
Because usually command grab characters, except for like Mika, I would say delay wake up in a situation like this where you are in the corner. A corner delay wake up would be better than you delaying wake up against Mika or a command grab character in neutral. Because look,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? Like a back rise would be better against those characters, but in the corner, you could kind of start seeing like, okay, is he gonna go for that command grab or not?
Right.
And you'll make it scarier for them to time that
With the delay.
with the delay, because then they have to actually input the command grab.
Oh, right.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Whereas like a quick rise could be like a oh, command grab, and a back rise would be command grab. But a delay would be like, here, I'll re-invite you to the party. The share play, 1 sec.
Is my mic still sounding okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. I got a baby on me at this moment.
Okay.
Okay, hands free again.
Okay. Let me know when you were seeing my screen.
Okay.
Bro, why the fuck is Tampa Bison inviting me 2 times in a row when he fucking lives in the middle of buttfuck? Like, you really want to play CFN from Cali to Florida, bro?
Have you noticed any improvements
No.
since the recent updates?
No, trash. I haven't played rank match in like 8 months.
Right. Yeah, that's another reason why I haven't done too much with it, because the room where I usually have my PlayStation is bad reception.
Yeah. Are you in?
No. Oh, my bad.
No problem. So,
Okay, it's connecting. Yeah, that makes a lot of, that's really helpful with those wake-ups, because I certainly haven't been doing back rise. I've, like I said, been focusing on like 3 or 4 things, and so that's something that I'm gonna store away for probably, after I get these other fundamentals under my belt.
yeah.
But knowing that just implementing more back rise just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
And I can start downloading from my opponent afterwards.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, you feel safer too with the back rise. And I'm not saying always back rise, but I can tell you that 70% of my wake ups are going to be back rise.
Oh, okay.
Me personally, I don't know if that's bad advice, I don't know, but me personally, I'm just telling you what I do. I usually like to back rise because quick rise or back rise, like, look at the difference, okay? Let's say you're Akuma and you hit somebody with let's do back rise first. You hit somebody with this, right? Oh fuck, I can't. Okay, let's just do this. Because I'm using pad right now, so I'm plugging my stick. But yeah, let's say you're playing neutral and you hit somebody with this. Oh Jesus Christ! All right, hold on. Let me fix the health bars. Okay, you hit somebody with this, and look at where they're standing. Right? Look at where they're standing. Start of the round. Okay. That's where back rise would put you. Okay? Keep in mind of where your left foot is with jury. You see how close that is to that black line right there? Right. So you're about 2 boxes from the... no, 1 box from the corner. Bam. Now a quick rise would look like this. Oops. Okay, so that's 1, 2.
Right.
So you're only 1 box like ahead of being in the corner. But what does that mean when the next hit is going to put you in the corner anyway?
Right. Give them less okiate to follow up with.
Exactly. Now if you back rise, you'll make that a little bit more difficult for him.
Right.
So he has to, you're gonna back rise, so he has to walk forward and continue pressure. You're still gonna be in the corner, bro. So might as well just take a little bit more time.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless he knows you're going to back rise, and then his setup for the back rise is just better somehow. I don't know. Whatever it could be. Yeah, whatever it could be. But I'm just saying, that's why I like to personally back rise a little bit more. Because, like, you're going to get put in the corner so quickly in this game. And then it doesn't matter if you do this. Doesn't matter if you quick rise or back rise. Then it's just a matter of mixing it up. When it's situations like that, then you got to mix it up between quick rise and back rise, because maybe the setup he's going to go for is going to cover back rise, but then you did quick rise instead.
Oh, okay. So when you're in the corner, mix it up.
And then when you're in the corner, mix it up. Okay. But even with that being said, I usually still back rise. When I'm in the corner, I'll back rise 60% of the time, whereas I won't quick rise. Or whereas I'll quick rise 40% of the time. But in the middle of the match, like, I'm quick rising 75 to 80%. I mean, I'm back rising 75 to 80% of the time, because I'm still going to get put in the corner no matter what. I might as well take a little bit more time to possibly play a little neutral and possibly get a download on him. Not saying that you wouldn't get a download off of the quick rise, but it's just like, I don't know. I just feel safer. I feel more comfortable that way.
Yeah, and you know, that's very helpful, because I knew nothing about those rises, so I'm going to try to start implementing that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time do we have left so I can gauge how many more questions.
Like, we have like 10-15 minutes.
Okay. I know you did that 3-part series on V reversal, and it seemed like some of the general consensus was, if you know, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know much about it, but if you're on offense and you have the life lead, is that where you can use your V reversal to try to continue your pressure? And if you're on defense, maybe just try to, and you're close to getting your V trigger, try to build it up and not spend it on reversals, and wait till you can activate safely?
I'm not sure, because let's say you're on offense, okay? And if you're somewhere around here in this part of the stage, I would say you shouldn't do some sort of offensive V reversal, because you're not really gaining much from it, okay? So let's say you guys are playing in the neutral right here, and let me record him to doing something, okay? So like he's doing this, and then oh, not that, what the fuck? So like he's doing this, and then he does this, okay? Or he does this, okay? So keep in mind, you're on offense here, okay? You're trying to be a little bit more aggressive, although you're playing neutral. You're a little bit more aggressive, and then he sticks out something like this. Oh Jesus, let me. Oh my God, how do you reversal on controller? There we go. All right. So there's no real need for that, because like, look at the difference. You know, you're still kind of playing in the neutral. Whereas if you have them here, and you're being offensive, and then they try to do something, and your V reversal, now they're still stuck in the corner, and you get the knockdown.
Gotcha. Okay.
Although you could punish that, obviously, with the Kuma, with like whatever. But if it's spaced out better, right?
Right.
That's where you could use some sort of offensive V reversal, or if they do. And you also have to know what your V reversal can punish, because see that? Can I actually? If I quick V reversal, that's a late V reversal. Ah, I can. See? So that's a quick V reversal and it worked, but a late V reversal. Sorry, let me do a late one. Won't work. See?
Yes, absolutely.
But a quick one would. So it all depends on what button he used, what character you're playing against. If you know your V reversal, Akuma has a slower V reversal, So usually your V reversals are not going to work unless he does like a heavy button. But you have to know, okay, if he presses this button, I could V reversal it, and that could just be added to your arsenal. So I would say if you're going to V reversal while you're being offensive, then keep it when you have him in the corner so you could get that knockdown. Okay.
On the defensive side, do you ever do reversal to reduce your stun bar?
Yes, 100%, yes.
Okay, so even if you're like close to full trigger, but you're about to get stunned, do you re-reversal to just drain that stun bar down?
Man, I mean,
I know that's situational.
that's such a situational situation. Like
Right.
it's hard because okay, there's been times where I V reversaled, but it was because my stun bar was at 8%, and I had my V trigger loaded, but my stun bar was at 98%, but my life was at 40%.
Right, so the stun would have killed you.
The stun would lead me to having either like 5% life or kill me with the follow-up combo that he could do. So I V reversal so I could possibly, potentially play neutral again. And if I build V-Trigger, I build it. If I don't, then I have to try to beat him without V-Trigger.
Right, yeah, I know with that V-Trigger stocked, it's very situational.
Yeah, and it becomes very, like, you don't want to give up your V-Trigger, but it's just situational based. Like, if I have 5% life, okay, and my stun bar is at 98%, and I have V-Trigger loaded, his life is at something where it's like 30%, then I would try my best to find a way to activate V-Trigger, meaning like making sure my blocking is on point, and part of that is guessing correctly. But if it becomes a point to where it's just super dangerous, then I'll just V-reversal, so, because I know that my next combo will most likely either kill him or put him in a very dangerous situation of a 50-50 that I could win off of. Now, if his life bar is at 60%, then I'm more likely going to try to keep my V-Trigger so that way I could make some sort of explosive comeback against him. Because if I give away my V-Trigger, then now I don't really have anything and I only have 5% life. If I were to die, then it's just like, okay, well, I just lost this round and I couldn't use my V-Trigger. But you want to be as optimal as you can.
Right.
There's still a chance when he's at 35-40% for you to beat him without V-Trigger. But when he's like 50 to 55% and above, now it starts getting a little bit more like, okay, I have 5 to 10%. I need to use my V-Trigger to beat him.
Right, that makes sense. Absolutely. And if you didn't have the full V-Trigger stocked, and you were
Then
about to go
V-reversal, for sure V-reversal.
reversal.
Yeah, because then you're not going to really build your V-Trigger unless you V-skill a lot. And that's just like you're hoping for, everything to go right in order for you to win the match. You want everything to not go right for him, but it's like a scramble type situation. You want it to be as scrambly as possible. If you don't have your V-Trigger locked up.
I see.
Loaded up, I should say. Yeah. So let's say you have like a bar and a half of V-Trigger. Okay, I'm going to just V-reversal because I know that I'll at least build enough V-skill for another V-reversal bar to fill up. So I could possibly use that offensively to get a knockdown. You see?
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so there's layers to it. It's such a hard question for me to answer because you'll find footage of me V-reversaling like a motherfucker when I shouldn't. And then you'll find me V-reversaling like a motherfucker when I should. And then you'll find me V-reversaling when I've told somebody don't V-reversal.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those shitty situations in this game.
Right. And knowing that you do at some points do it to take your stun bar down, even at the most boiled down level, that helps out a lot.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And I can tell you that I'll usually V-reversal to bring my stun bar down when I'm at like 70% stun.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get into the 90% stun area. The 95% stun, the next jab type shit is going to stun me. I don't want to get into that range because now I'm just putting my brain under much more stress than it needs to be in.
Oh, okay.
Whereas if I'm at 70% stun, IV reversal, I'm down to 50% stun again. And then I could just walk back afterwards and regain my stun. So the veer reversal itself is to, yeah, reduce your stun bar immediately, but it's for you to redo that. It's for you to regain a little bit of control of the neutral and just regain some of that stun bar. And then usually you'll see people try to chase after it. And if they chase after it, you could clip them.
Ah, yes.
So as you're walking back or something.
Yeah, that's definitely happens to me quite a bit.
So like, okay, you're at 70% stun. You know, or let's say it didn't knock down. Let's say it didn't knock down, and then you're just walking back. Right? Because if it knocks down, then fucking go for it. But if it doesn't knock down, oops, sorry. Let me just do another knockdown. Then walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back. I'm not saying walk back all the way to the corner, but like a good indication would be like this. You know, you're replaying neutral now as your stun bar is going down because you're paying attention to what he's doing. Bam.
Right.
So yeah.
Gotcha. That's very helpful. How are we doing on time? I don't want to.
You're good. We have like 5 minutes left.
Let me see.
I'm taking into account of what happened earlier, so.
Right, right.
Any like last minute anything?
One situation that usually I get pretty stuck in, for example, like Chun-Li will throw a fireball and then do a V-skill jump at the same time. And so, you know, and it's probably because my execution is not on point, but you know, if I throw a fireball to negate hers, then she's on top of me. Is that a situation where like a neutral jump and you just try to hit the person out of the air, or
You know, I've literally never seen Chun-Li players do fireball into V-skill like in neutral.
Yeah, or like Sakura will do a hard fireball hit version and then dash up and jump at the same time.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, well, Sakura's is probably a little bit more real, I think. But I think even with both, you could just do this. That's something that you might just have to practice the timing. But let's just say, like, she's... Wait, let's just say light fireball. And I'm assuming it's from, like, right here, right? Like, that would be the... This would be the range where what you're talking about.
right.
Right? Something like that?
Right.
Because she can't...
Like a step.
Yeah, because she can't really do that. And she can't really do it from full screen. And you see, she'd have to throw she'd have to throw the light fireball because that one travels the furthest. You see? The light one is this one, and that travels the furthest.
Right. So I need to learn the distances that they're firing.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to tell the difference. They both go at like a very fast pace. I mean, the same pace, except the fierce one. The fierce one goes relatively faster than this one, right? So,
Right.
but if she's doing that from this far away, yeah, she's gonna have to walk forward to get that. Okay, let's just do those two examples right there. The first one was a little bit more in the neutral, right?
Right.
Like that, that's not gonna reach you. But if you know for a fact that she's gonna jump,
Just hit them out of the air.
yeah. But react to it. You could react to their jump. But even if you don't react to it, actually, there is a way that you... Oh, no, you can't. Let me see what Akuma could do. Oh, yeah, every time. Let me see, even on block, you should be able to.
I see, right.
Even from right here. That's not real at all.
No.
You could literally block the fireball, and look at, I'm doing it like pretty far distance.
Yeah.
Guarantee every time. And if they do the one that where they take a step forward, still same thing. That's not real.
Yep, just sit there.
Yeah, if you know they're gonna do it, I mean, it's just kind of a nutty thing to do, but it's free damage for you.
Right.
Yeah. I would also say that's really good in this matchup as well. Jump fireball with Akuma, because Chun-Li's anti-airs are button anti-airs. So watch. Let me show you this before we go. Wait, actually, how am I gonna do this? I'd have to switch. Just to show you before we go, because that'll help you out as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you saw that though, right? It's easy.
Yeah.
Very, very easy. It's not real. That's why I said I've never seen a Chun-Li player ever do that.
And that's a good phrase to remember. Just take it to the lab.
Yeah. Yeah, remember how I said, do you have your foundation of, you know, like your optimal combos, this and that? That's another part of the lab process. Like, do you have the situations down too? Do you know that, okay, well, I seem to be getting hit with this. Let me practice against this. So let's just set up Akuma to do this. Okay. Then let's set up Akuma to do this. Okay. Let's turn this on. If you jump on Chun, she's gonna anti-air you like that or like that, right? And usually that follows up with that. The dash under. Stupid ass shit, right?
Yeah.
But with Akuma, you can make that jump in a 50-50. See?
Oh, 50-50 of if I'm gonna throw a fireball.
Yeah. I mean, only in certain situations it won't reach, but you know, you could figure out the spacing and when you should do it, etc., and then mix in your jump-ins. See? And once she starts getting clipped with that, then these jumps will start working, as he'll be scared to anti-air, right? So yeah. Remember how I said that there's certain characters I could throw fireball against with Ken?
Right.
There are certain characters you could do jump air fireball with Akuma, and that'll just look at how easy of an opening that is for you to open them up in neutral. If you don't want to play neutral anymore and you just want to jump in on them, bam, there's a 50-50 jump in.
And would that be you can use that against characters that don't have a like invincible DP or something like that?
Yeah, but even with invincible DP, like Ken can't do anything about jump fierce or jump air fireball. A lot of characters can't.
Oh, okay.
So just include it in your arsenal a little bit more. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that's
great, man. That's a lot of information. I'm gonna rewatch and re-listen, take notes a bunch of times. Thank you.